Are you thinking about using retail arbitrage to start your Amazon FBA business? Now, before you take that plunge, you need to watch this video. Today, we reveal the harsh realities of the FBA model that many sellers overlook. Now, from escalating fees to fierce competition, we'll explore the challenges that can lead to regrettable decisions. So stay tuned to make an informed choice to avoid potential pitfalls on your Amazon selling journey. Now, let's go. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. The Next Level Life Hacks, where we take the next steps needed to grow towards our financial freedom and success. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Now let's jump right in. Now let's get into some definitions of the terms that we are floating and throwing around. Now, what is retail arbitrage? Retail arbitrage is simply when an individual or a business purchases already made items from a retail or wholesale platform, then puts a markup on it to get a profit and sells it in another platform or on another platform in a different position or capacity. Now, this is an extremely good way of shortcutting the process without getting into the hassles and the huge setup costs of manufacturing and eventual distribution. On the other hand, what is FBA? This is an acronym for Fulfillment by Amazon. And as the name suggests, you will get out of the hassle of storing products, managing customer service, managing returns by handing this over to Amazon. Now, of course, by taking this route, you will then have to pay fees to Amazon for them storing the product, managing customer service on your behalf, and managing returns on your behalf. Do not take it lightly. Returns are a must in the business. Inevitably, items will not meet customers' expectations for some reason or the other. Either they didn't read the description properly, they ordered the wrong size, it came too late, or they found it cheaper elsewhere. So there will be returns. If you are managing your inventory yourself, then you will have the hassle of getting the items returned to you, then have to be managing the refund payment to those customers. Amazon makes this easy, but everything in life comes at a cost, and some costs are higher than others, and you must be willing to make that financial, physical, or mental payment for this cost. Now, whether you choose FBA or FBM, which is fulfillment by merchant, in other words, you are fulfilling the orders yourself. Your choice will depend on your business model, your capacity, your time that you have to invest in the business. So for example, if you choose FBM, fulfillment by yourself, you have to know that you have the time available plus the physical space for you to store and manage your inventory that you plan to sell on the website. Now let's dive into the areas and the 5 things that I found to be a total turnoff and personally wish that I had not started the whole FBA saga and journey. The first reason is the high competition and saturation of the Amazon platform and the market in general. This is never something that I bargained for, probably because I did not do enough research into the industry before entering. Listening to others as to how many profits they were making on the platform led me down this road of regret. Now, when you go on the platform, you will realize that there are thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of other persons that are selling either the same product or very similar product. Now, this saturation can make it extremely challenging for new sellers to stand out and to attract customers to their product. Now, the other thing that I needed to look at, or that came in to be a deterrent, is the cost and fees associated with the Amazon FBA platform. Now, the FBA business comes with various costs and fees that I never bargained for. Just for example, to be on the platform itself, there were 2 types of payments. One, there was an overall amount of maybe $39.99. I will put the exact amount on the screen somewhere of the monthly payment that was needed. Now, whether or not you sold 1 item or 1,000 items, you had to pay this $39 and whatever cents the amount was. Of course, it comes in well for persons who are selling hundreds of products per day. But imagine that you are just starting out without the requisite knowledge and skill of using the FBA platform, selling maybe one item per week or one item per month as you build your momentum in sales. You are still obligated to make this amount of payment each month. This can be a high amount when it is accumulated. On the other hand, you have another payment structure whereby you make payments per item that is sold through the platform. You will decide which one is most feasible for you based on the volumes that you are moving. Other costs will include inventory costs, storage fees. Now, this is another area. Depending on the length of time that your item stays in storage with FBA, then you can start to have escalating costs. And you will start to have one thing known as extra storage fees that you will accumulate because your items are not turning as fast as you anticipated it to. The next area is profits and margins and your levels of scalability. Now, profit margins can be very low because, as I mentioned before, you have a lot of competition on the platform. And if you want to exercise the price penetration strategy, which is you start at a lower price than your competitors while you grow in market share, then you will realize that your profit margins are very low. Now, low profit margins combined with all of these storage fees and other costs associated with the FBA program, you will find that your margins begin to disappear. Also, the level of scalability that you will have on this platform really depends on your initial success of the products on the platform. Now, especially after factoring all these costs and fees, you will realize that your profit margin is dwindling significantly. Additionally, scaling your business beyond a certain point can be challenging. Why? The increased competition and Amazon's limitations in their platform and into their business structure can be a threat to you as well. The third area that I found to be a turnoff is the complexity and the very steep learning curve of the platform itself. I had to get to counseling and coaching just on how to effectively set up the products on the platform. It is not beginner friendly. It is very complicated to say the least. Therefore, if it is something that you plan to go into, anticipate a lengthy time in understanding the seller interface, understanding the sales metrics, and how to optimize your listings for you to be successful. Not to mention how to manage your inventory effectively. The steep learning curve can be daunting for new sellers, so therefore anticipate this before going in, because it took me a significant length of time to even understand the basics of the platform. The fourth area was the dependency on Amazon itself. Without a brick and mortar structure or without your own e-commerce platform, you are heavily dependent on the whims and fancies, the rules, the legislations, the compliance issues that are associated with the Amazon FBA platform. You could very well find yourself in violation of any of their numerous laws and rules. You could be suspended temporarily, or you could be permanently banned from the platform, which would place your business in jeopardy. Even pulling the products back after you have been banned would be extremely costly and would significantly affect your bottom line. Now, for example, changes in search algorithms can affect your product's visibility, while changes in fee structures can impact your profitability as well. The last one is the inventory management challenges. Now, balancing inventory levels can be extremely demanding, especially when you are starting out. Now, if it is that you're ordering your items, for example, from Alibaba or AliExpress, remember that there's a lead time that you have to factor in. If it is that you want to get the lowest shipping costs, then you would maximize the length of time by sea instead of having them express deliver your items to you. Now, especially when you place the products on Amazon and then you are doing your fulfillment of these quantities, or you are doing, what is the proper word, to do the replenishing of that inventory, that can be extremely challenging to calculate your lowest order amount that you need to be at for you to reorder items, then the lead time to have them shipped to you. Can you have them shipped directly to an Amazon fulfillment center? These things can either have you being overstocked or understocked. Then if it is that you had built a momentum on Amazon of getting your items sold and you run out of stock, Amazon also has a fee that they charge you for running out of inventory on their website. Because as far as they are concerned, you are reducing the equity of their brand by not having products available on their website. Fees after fees after fees. I sometimes wonder if the platform was meant to benefit the creator of it rather than the sellers of the platform. So hey, I decided that I am going to be just depleting my stock on the platform, then not to renew my account or to renew putting other products. Now, don't get me wrong. There are persons who do extremely well on the platform. I just did not. And I find it too tedious, too time consuming, and just overall too difficult and expensive for it to be an avenue that I would venture into. I would more explore building my own e-commerce website, getting the marketing done for it, so I can own my costs, own my own rules, and not be limited and restrained by someone else on their platform. The extra point that I'm going to be giving you today is the potential legal and compliance issues that you might face on this platform. Selling requires compliance with various regulations and laws, product safety standards, intellectual property rights, and you failing to comply with any of these rules and legislations can lead to legal issues and account suspension. For example, I had a generic product on the platform that could be used to charge a certain brand's phone. Just because I placed the name of that brand phone that it could be used for in the description, I started receiving several emails and notifications warning me that my account and my product can be delisted and deactivated, and therefore would leave me in a very precarious position with the stock that I had in their inventory. Too much hassle, too much red tape. It is too precarious on the platform. This risk is heightened for sellers who unknowingly infringe on intellectual property rights of other products, which can negatively affect you. Now, the Amazon marketplace is plagued with counterfeit products, as we know, because there are so many thousands of sellers on the platform. So even if you place an item on the platform that is of a certain brand and you have your authorizations from the brand owner, then you can be faced with the challenge of counterfeit items on the platform as well. Now, in conclusion, while Amazon FBA offers many benefits, including the access to a vast customer base, streamlined products, customer service, return products management, the high competition, the fees, the inventory management complexities, and the dependencies on Amazon's policies makes it questionable, to say the least, if it is worth the time for that hassle. By understanding these potential pitfalls and developing a well thought out strategy, you can make an informed decision about whether Amazon FBA is the right choice for your e-commerce business. So hopefully you would have been in a better place based on the information you gathered today. Now, as usual, my friends, if you found at least one thing from this content to be beneficial, comment, like, and most importantly, subscribe. It's free of cost. Do it right now. Thank you again for your support. See you in the next video.